So my government is Andre, but the people call me Flo. And I show up every day, including days off, to build a tabernacle in the cloud for love, to build a sanctuary for those who seek to enter in for the presence of love. As Poppy Water would say if he was not out on assignment, the gimmick is that you're loved and lovable. The gag is it's always been true. Dr. Flo doesn't have many gimmicks, if any. But if I did have a gimmick, the gimmick would be that you're loved and lovable. I just come out, sometimes in a pink wig, sometimes in a scarf, sometimes not, sometimes singing on pitch, sometimes singing off pitch, sometimes making sense, sometimes not making sense. But at the end of the day, we tell thousands of people here that they're loved and lovable. No, it's not solar plexus chakra day for we do, I do. Today we're going to be in our feelings. Clearly I was already there weeping. Today we're going to talk about our feelings. Somehow Dr. Flo gets to talk every week about feelings because he's one of the most emotional mother fathers in the whole camp. Dr. Flo is very emotional. So today we're going to talk about a few things together. We're going to talk about the basics of life, coming back to the foundational principles and basics of our lives. And we're also going to talk today about how we feel. And it may make you uncomfortable. I want to challenge you to sit in it. Whatever comes up for you today in this session. I see you, Starlight, over on YouTube. Loved and lovable by the Most High. And most importantly, loved and lovable by yourself. And thank you for being in the house of love. You brought a suitcase of self-love with you when you started. See, the way people begin with you is usually the way that things end. Life is cyclical that way. And when StarlightMysticBotanica.com came into our presence and came into our community, she said, I don't know really, Dr. Flo, what this is, but I came to conjure self-love. And I've held her to that and that alone. There's no other standard. The newsletter looks great. Waiting to Exhale sounds wonderful. But that's not Dr. Flo's requirement of you or anybody else. It is that you would carry self-love with you everywhere you go. That's going to take you further than even being my friend. That you would create a container for self-love in your heart and rest there. As above, so below. That's all I want for y'all. I want to sing some happy songs. Encourage people to find and increase happiness in their lives. But today we're going to talk about the feelings that are coming out of my eyes. Your feelings are indicators on whether you're heading in the direction of your inner promise or not. On Mondays, we center our conversations around the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra has everything to do with your feelings. Yesterday, Poppy Water and StarlightMysticBotanica.com anchored us in our community in our root chakra. For those of you who may be new to chakras, they are thousands of years old. Ancient Vedic traditions and teachings that were used to anchor our ancestors in themselves. You don't have to believe in it at all, but your ancestors did. And so they took us deeper in our roots yesterday, and we discovered together who we are. I am loved. I am loved and lovable. I am free. I'm whole. I am enough. I am supported. I am grounded. I am full of myself. We do this every week, y'all. On Sundays, we start in the root. And by the time we get to Saturday, my day off, Tara is putting our crowns on. We go from the root of ourselves into our crown every week on lives. And so after I know that I can be full of myself, and I am full of myself, and I am joyful, and I am appreciated, some of you all need to be affirming over yourself. Tara, we got to change that setting. There's a setting behind the scenes that wants to take our live streams from us every day. It says to stop seeing, let's go to settings general. Stay in the call. That happens to me and Tara every day. Loved and lovable. Back to my script that's in my head. Download from spirit. I don't know what I'm about to say to y'all. But I do know that I am full of myself and that I am joyful. And I'm expansive. And I'm more than enough. And from that place of knowing that I am more than enough, which is usually where I lose all of my audience on TikTok. There's nobody watching me on TikTok right now because about that time, it's generally, I see you, Tara. I see you out in YouTube land. Around the time that I start telling people that they are enough and that they are more than enough, and to not fret about this money or casual concerns or agitations in relationships and prickly energies and all of these things and weird energetics. Don't get down in that battlefield. Don't go down into that muck and that mud at all. Because the spirit of the sovereign, who I report to as love, reminds me every day that I am more than enough. And because I'm more than enough, I can make more money. I can connect with more people. I can be a bigger blessing, and people can be a bigger blessing to me. And it's all going to work out in the end for our highest good. Amen? Amen? Amen. Anybody in there? Is anybody in there? Is it not going to work out for your highest good? Has it not been promised that your future would be bright, joyous, and secure? When I start talking about this stuff, I start losing people. I got no audience on TikTok. When I tell people in the street that I stream on TikTok every day, telling people that they're loved and lovable, everybody goes, ooh, that's amazing. You stream on TikTok, you must be really popular in life. No, I ain't. I ain't got no watchers right now because I'm telling people that they are more than enough. And the things that are ruining your day do not have to ruin your day. The people who are coming into your life with their own fears and their own limitations, don't let them change how you feel about your loved and lovable nature. I know the bills are due. I know there are responsibilities in this life, but do not let any of those things outside of you touch your ashe. I would beg you, but Dr. Flo don't beg. He learned last year that people want him to beg. There's nothing wrong with saying, these are my needs, beloved. Can you support me in this way or not? Do not beg, especially you black people, especially you niggas. Do not beg for a thing. It's already been paid for. Especially you niggas. Just boldly and directly make your needs and requests known to the universe. Start telling everybody that will listen about what your desire is for good on the earth. And watch doors open for you. I'm a witness today. I'm a witness today. There are people in my organization right now, like StarlightMississippiBotanica.com, that I prayed for. There's love like Terra Olo Studio that I pushed out into the Grand Canyon. And what is meant for you will return to you. Don't let your feelings sabotage your blessing. Yesterday, I was talking to Tara in a private conversation about my life and what it's looked like up until now. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. Up until now, I've had winters in my life. I've had deep, deep, dark winters in my life. I'm coming out of 3 years of winter in my life. I am. I've been in a deep, dark depression and dark hole and winter of my life. And of course, now, because life is like the 4 seasons, things are beginning to thaw out. And the perennial flowers that come out every year in my life in the spring, y'all know those blessings that are just abundantly available to you all the time. The flowers that always sprout in the spring. Your flowers, I just lost one other person. Ain't tapped into loved and lovable at all. A love lurker. I saw him come and go. I'm thankful to see people come and I'm thankful to see them go. If you're not in the vibration of loved and lovable, cross the street. We're doing something new and different in here. But you will have winters in your life. It will get very dark and lonely. You will be starved out. You will be starved out. And then all of a sudden, the season will change and things will begin to thaw and it will get warmer. And all of a sudden, those plants and tulips that come up every year for you in your life, these friends who've known you since high school who still support you, these family members who have pleasant things to say about your voice and your ministry, these Patreon donors, these Real Love Club members and super fans, they will always be a spring to you. They will always come back and sprout for you. What I've done in my black man anger, I ain't angry. I'm not as angry as I used to be. God is healing my heart. I'm not as angry as I used to be. God is healing my heart. I ain't as angry. I'll say it one more time for the people in the back. I'm not as angry as I used to be. God is healing my heart. But every spring after the winter of our lives, the flowers will come up. A kind word of encouragement, housing, lighting, whatever. And what I've done in my anger, because I could not see the blessing in them coming up a little bit, I would get angry because I just came out of the winter of my life and I would take a weed whacker to the entire garden. Now, I know I planted tulips there. And I know that I planted other perennial flowers there. And I know that every spring they're going to come up for my highest good. I know that my garden is bright, joyous, and secure. I know that I have a beautiful garden. Anybody in the chat know that you have a beautiful garden? Put some waves in the chat if you know that you have a beautiful garden. You know you have a beautiful garden. It was just there last spring. You know you have a beautiful garden. But all of a sudden, the little sprout starts sprouting. And then we get impatient. This is the master of all fuck ups. And yes, I'm a pastor who curses. This is the master of all fuck ups. This is how y'all talk when you're not in church anyway, right? Ain't this how y'all talk when y'all not in church? Child, this is the mother of all fuck ups. Then you go on Sunday morning, hallelujah, we make promise keeper. To your girlfriend, you're like, oh my God, my life is fucked, girl. And then you go, promise keeper, light in. I'm a real one. I'm a new kind of preacher. I'm a 2024 kind of preacher. So because we're not patient, which is the mother of all fuck ups, this ain't your mama's church. I then get mad that the tulips that come every spring are not growing fast enough. I get so mad that I call Tara on the phone. We lost 2 to the fire, Tara. I call Tara on the phone and I go, Tara, the blessings and abundance in my life and the conversations with encouraging people and people who donate to my causes and people who want to see me win, they come up every spring, but I don't see them right now, Tara. I don't see them right now. And then I get mad in the spring of my life. The word of the day, y'all, is to not get mad in this spring of your life. I don't know who this is for. It could be just for me. I'm at the end of a 3-year winter of my life. COVID took everything from me. And when I started saying Black Lives Matter and Jewish people ain't God's chosen people because God ain't got no favorites, they took everything else. COVID took everything the first wave. And then when I sat in the house and started thinking about how I was living my life, I began to feel that Black Lives Matter. And I began to feel that Jewish people are not no more special than anybody else under the eyes of God. Loved and lovable. God does not have favorites. God does not have a chosen. And then they took Broadway and everything from me too. Removed me from the website in the middle of the night because I dare to say that God has no favorites. He loves everybody. Everybody! Everybody! And it canceled me. But we will not cancel us. We will not let them cancel you. We will not cancel us. And in the spring of our lives, when the tulips start coming up, I want to encourage you today to not trample your garden. I got a beautiful garden. You got a beautiful garden. Do not trample your garden because the tulips aren't coming up quick enough. They're tulips, not microwave popcorn. They're tulips, not top ramen. They're tulips. They're beautiful tulips. Irreplaceable. Wait for them to grow. And this year and this season, and winter can come in different parts of your life. You could be in a winter in the middle of a summer somewhere. But in this season, I'm not trampling my tulips, and I'm not going to allow you to trample them either. Some of y'all are tulip trampers. Anybody know what some tulip trampers in your life? People that the moment your tulip starts growing, they go, I don't see no tulips, Dr. Flo. You ain't meant to because you didn't plant them. I planted my tulips, and you should plant your tulips. Amen? That was an aside. In your sacral chakra day, you tap into your emotional wellness, your creative and sexual energy, your ability to accept change in your life. Some of us are changing from that winter into spring, and we're not allowing that spring to happen. What is that about? Why are you not allowing your spring? We wear the color orange on our bodies, or we look around the room for the color orange in order to call on joy and energy and success. I don't have time to talk about it today because I'm already over time because I cried and learned a new song with StarlightMysticBotanica.com. But I teach my students, and remember y'all, I'm not looking for followers. I don't care if you follow me or not. I'm looking for students of life. I don't care if you follow me. In fact, you probably shouldn't. I'm lactose intolerant, so it's going to smell some type of way at some point. And I had pizza for lunch yesterday. Don't walk too close. Don't follow me. Become a student of your life. And tap into something I teach called the sensation of success. I can't talk about it today. We will do many master classes about this worldwide. How you going to go worldwide, Dr. Flo? You can't even say it. I will go. You're going to watch. The sensation of success. It is a vibration. I see you, Shurya, Shabana. I see you. I see the love. I see you. And you're loved and lovable. Thank you for putting coins in my cup. Thank you, Sabana. Sabana, you are loved and lovable. Thank you for filling my cup. I will take every coin that you send and amplify it in the world for love. I promise you that. They're going to say that I'm weird and I'm a televangelist. I'm trying to take people's money and all the type of other things. I'm going to turn that coin that you sent me on Bigo into the goodness of the Lord. And you're going to reap the splashback blessing from being a blessing in my life. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Sabana? I had to pull over for you. I see you. We sometimes make a joke about the fact, I see you again. I see you again. We make jokes in here about the fact that people ain't real and they may not be real. What's your favorite color, Sabana? Tell me what your favorite color is. Mine for the day is orange. But I see the coin, and your favorite color is red. That's the color of courage. That was yesterday's color, root chakra. I see you. Keep following, keep coming back. You don't need to give me your money, but I see you. You are a symbol of my sensation of success. Oh God, we're over today, production. We're over because I'm about to read to these people how they tap into their sensation of success, as expressed by Jim Rohn, one of my favorite teachers. Write this down, Sabana. I see you, Red. You're a courageous person because you like red. You just told me that you like courage and confidence. Listen here. The way you tap into your sensation of success is by knowing that from testimonials and your personal experience, you have enough information in your life right now to conclude that all of your dreams are possible. Think about the things that light you up. I'm giving this word to you, Savannah, because you dropped coins in my cup. Whatever you want, you can do. Because you have personal testimonials when you were standing in your joy of people saying, yo, Dr. Flo, you were meant to speak, man. You can sing. And your personal experiences of the joy that's lit you up in your sensation of success. That's where your power lives. We got to move on. You can eat food, nuts, seeds, oranges, and pumpkins. You can pray into crystals like carnelian moonstone, orange calcite, sunstone. You can focus on your lower abdomen under your belly button. And you can start speaking up and telling people. Thank you, Tara. I was in overdrive. She said, take your time, Pastor. I want y'all to know today that there's a possibility for you to be safe enough to tell people exactly how you feel. And today may not be the day, but you can get still with higher power. And you can come to a place where you can say exactly how you feel. You can also say the things that you feel that bring you hope, like, I feel loved and lovable. I feel powerful. I feel supported. What'd you do today, Angie? Did you tell your feelings how to feel? Did you say, oh. Feelings? You're feeling a little jealous. I have that too. My friends, I suffer a very special hell, y'all. I've worked in the top areas of the business. My friends on my feed are in Fiji. My friends in my feed are on Broadway. My friends in my feed are in Australia singing and things. And I don't mute them because of insecurity. Tara is working on her second album with a baby nearly to the floor. So all of a sudden I can get these feelings of like, well, what am I doing here standing with my thumb in my butt? And then I start feeling like I don't add up with the company I'm keeping. No. I tell my feelings, no feelings. We're not going to go the jealous route today. We're going to support Tara more so she can support me more, so I can support her more. Love is an open door. I'm not going to be jealous of my friends. I'm going to say, oh, yo, I hang out with people who are doing amazing things. I can do amazing things as well. That's a shift for you today. Come out of that comparisonitis, that need to keep up with the Joneses. We must tell people how we feel, Angie. I support it. Thank you, Tara. I'm seeing production push me over, and I'm just going to share this out because I think that this would be a wonderful thing to share with people. They may not know that it exists. We're going to make this more readily available to you. I just got to find a screen that is appropriate to share. So, if you head on over to lovedandlovable.org and you go to lovedandlovable.org/emotions, you're going to see two core tools that we use here to set ourselves free daily. The top tool that we use is an emotion wheel. Are y'all seeing this okay? Yeah. Great. This is the emotion wheel at lovedandlovable.org. On the right-hand side, for those of you who are listening on the podcast later, it's got comfortable emotions, and there are uncomfortable emotions on the left-hand side. And when I get stuck and I become a bitch or anxious or afraid in my life, or start exhibiting behaviors that are just not congruent with my loved and lovable nature, Tara says, Dr. Flo, hey, Dr. Flo, hi, remember me? I'm Tara. Can we do the emotion wheels today, Dr. Flo? And she says this to me as a never friend. And we then go through the resources on the website. We're not better than you. It's free shit to get free. Am I feeling today, Tara, confident, or am I angry? Am I playful feeling today, or am I jealous? Am I valued, or am I bored? Oh, no binary thinking, no black and white. Maybe I'm feeling both hopeful and anxious. Maybe I'm feeling disappointed and excited at the same time. Oh, the complexities of life. Maybe I'm feeling grateful and excluded. Anybody ever felt grateful and excluded? Maybe, and this thing just goes on and on. Am I ashamed and caring? Like, what does that feel like to be caring about someone or to care for someone while also being ashamed in it? Ashamed of the care you give. Ooh, Dr. Flo, feel the love, feel the feels, feel the lava. Dr. Flo. Ooh, chat. Ooh. This is about the time where Angie wants me to go.
got to flow, feel the love, feel the flow, feel the feels, flow the love.
Woo. For the music people, they're going to hate that. That was a crosswind if ever there was one. I am free. And I feel free. Can't you tell? Caring and ashamed. Some people, I've done this where I care for people, but I'm ashamed that maybe it's not enough. Are you overwhelmed? Let's go to the page 2. And these are available for free on our website. Thank you to our friends who don't know I snatched it from humansystems.co. Thank y'all for letting me snatch this. Reparations, restorative justice. I'll take my 40 acres and a mule. PDFs are a start. Going into motion wheel 2. Are you feeling loved and humiliated? Are you feeling offended and inspired? Are you passionate today? Are you discouraged? Are you disgusted and curious? I'm disgusted by capitalism. I'm disgusted by capitalism. I'm disgusted that people sometimes don't take me seriously about my expertise simply because of the way I look. I'm disgusted by that. I'm disgusted being judged by the color of my skin and not the content of my character. I'm disgusted. But I'm also proud of who I am. I'm committed. Some of us in life, especially the 800,000 who have no hope and want to unalive themselves this year globally, some of them don't make space for having all of the feelings. Lovedandlovable.org, Sabana. If you go into my link if you go into my profile, you'll see it spells out there. Lovedandlovable.org. I got a free membership. You can have it. We announce when we're going live. You can be here every time you want to be for free. It is my tithe into life. I know that what I put out into life comes back to me multiplied. Love has been faithful to me and giving me the tools I need to know. When I was a suicidal person, and I started wanting to self-harm myself when I was 6 years old because I was called the F slur a lot. I was called the F slur at church. I was called the F slur at school. I was called the F slur, not in my home, but some family members used it and thought I didn't hear it. So that made me hate myself, and I started wanting to not be alive pretty much from 6 years old to like sometime last year. And this message is for the real ones. Sometime last year, I realized that they will step over your unalived body. I'll prove it to you. When was the last time someone brought up Prince in a conversation with you? No one talks about Prince. We love his music, but he's gone. And that's what will happen if you unalive yourself and think these people, like some of us, I'm gonna be very clear about this. I'm being gentle in my language. None of us are, well, some of us are therapists here, but they're never on the clock here. This is all peer-to-peer support and a real one talking to you. Some people use their self-harm as a way to get attention from people, meaning like, I'll show you if I'm unalive, that'll show them. I promise you. They cry their tears. They do miss you. But then they have to go on with making their money for bills under capitalism. Don't play those games. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because there was all of my suicidal ideation, trolls have doxed me on the internet. If you want medical records, you can just go on the internet and find them. I'm exposed now. I've been canceled and I'm exposed. I'm vulnerable to life. This is my life now. And you'll see in the documentation that all of my suicidal thoughts and ideations and self-harm came from a singular place for me. A bad conversation turned into a bad feeling, and that bad feeling lingered with me for the hour. And then I allowed that bad feeling to linger with me. And this is just my story, and you can't take it from me, okay? It happened just last year here on this compound. A bad conversation metastasizes into a bad feeling. It's like a just a bad. Is that like, I don't know why I feel bad, but I just don't feel good. And then you just don't feel good for an hour, and then that not feeling good for an hour turns into all morning, and then it turns into a couple days later it's all morning and the afternoon. You got to watch this. I don't know nothing about you. As Pastor Praolo says, I don't know you like that. But you got to watch these rogue thoughts. In psychology, they're called intrusive thoughts, these ideas. I'm lonely. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares. Oh my God. That one little feeling can turn into a bad day, bad week, bad month. And all of my documentation of my attempts to self-harm, one time I woke up strapped to a bed. It's all going to be in the book. India Irie's auntie was at the foot of the bed. She said, baby, they tell me that you're a singer. I can't make this shit up. India Irie's aunt in Tennessee, I'm no longer in Tennessee, she volunteered at the local hospital as a suicide watcher. So imagine a professional singer like me, far from cruise ships, far from Broadway, far from everything musical. Imagine me waking up out of a near coma and seeing India Irie's auntie at the foot of the bed. And she said, they tell me that you're a singer. This is 2012, 12 years ago. She said, they tell me that you're a singer. Then she pulled out one of her old black ladies, got that little cellophane looking, saran wrap looking photo album. She said, do you recognize my niece? They said you're a singer. I think you should live, baby, and keep singing. Oh, ma'am, I don't know where you are, but I'm still singing. Because I'm a winner with no breath support. So get in touch with your feelings today. Go to the website, lovedandlovable.org. Figure out if you're interested or angry. Maybe you're interested and angry. There's a whole wheel of uncomfortable emotions and comfortable emotions. There's a list of needs. Do you have a need for excitement, a need for love? Do you have a need for control? Do you have a need for peace? Do you have a need for power? Do you have a need for self-esteem? Go to the website, look on page 5, and start telling people how you feel and what you need. People really, really want to, there are people, maybe not the people closest to you, that's a whole different discussion, but there are people in life who really want to meet your need. You got to believe that today. I'm one of them. I want to have private conversations and public conversations with you about like, yo, beloved, hey, I see you in pain. I'm in pain too. But beloved, what the fuck do you actually need? And the thing about it is that there are people roaming the earth, good people, man, good people, who have not had conversations with people that love them like Dr. Flo about getting clear about what you need. Do you need fairness? Angie seems to, you listen to me on the speaker at work. I don't want to put your business on blast. But there seems to be a call or a need for fairness. And maybe you just need to gently, without yelling, ask people for fairness. Maybe you're like me last night, who just simply needs and wants the truth. It's right there under safety. If you look on page 5, you'll see that under the and this is healing for people like me who were denied. I was denied mental health care as a child, which is, I think, is a form of abuse. But I was denied mental health care as a child. If someone as a child had explained to me, or when I was able to comprehend that there's an area of your life called safety, and in that you may need fairness and truth. You may need peace and order. You may need control and privacy. You might need a schedule to feel safe. People have come for me about my Google Calendar. My schedule is something that I need. It gives me a sense of self-care and safety. You may need a challenge or an adventure. You're walking around in life cursing your family out, abusing your kids because you don't feel adventure. Say that. I need adventure. And then let's have a conversation about, well, what does adventure look? This is when I lose people. That's why I have no followers or I have no watchers on TikTok right now, because then you got to have a deeper conversation that y'all don't want to have. Right? I say, okay, beloved, tell me off the chart what you need. He said, Dr. Flo, I'm really not feeling good in my life. I'm having a string of bad days. I feel so bored with my life. Why do you feel bored? What do you think you need? Oh, I'm bored, Dr. Flo, because I need adventure. I said, well, okay, great. So without spending any money, because money is usually the hang up for most people because we're under capitalism, and capitalism kills everything, y'all. I'm a witness. It's killing relationships in my life as we speak. It's suffocating them. So I get it. But I ask my clients, like, yo, without spending any money, what's something that you can do that would encourage adventure in your life? Huh? What's something that you can do right now that would bring adventure and excitement to your day? Boom! Oh, sorry. I just wanted to bring a little adventure and excitement to your day. I'm just here to help. We got one more thing to do before we... Dr. Flo is silly, y'all. Just... Sabana says, playing with my kids. Thank you for talking to me. I'm here for you, Sabana. Yes, playing with your kids. You know who knows that they're loved and lovable? Children. You know who knows that their needs are worthy of being met? Children. As I call them, the chalalas. Good, Sunflower. That's your adventure and your excitement for the day. Get your ass up and schedule another meeting with me so we can fix your sound, girl. I saw you go hide. You're loved and lovable. You did it the first time. You're going to do it another time. Be not weary in well-doing. You'll reap if you faint not. That boo was for you. It's your dreams telling you. Move that ass. You know I love you. There's greatness in you. Don't count yourself out. Let them bet against you, Sunflower. Let them bet against you. Let them whisper and lurk in corners. Believe in yourself as I believe in you. If you believe. Melody, in 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact, remember, y'all, we're turning back to the basics. The theme of the week is the basics. She said, I came from a crazy, neglectful family, a woman said. I was 52 years old and I didn't know what it meant to take care of myself. Anybody else still learning as an adult how to take care of yourself? I came from a crazy, neglectful family, a woman said. I was 52 years old and I didn't know what it meant to take care of myself. The application this week of this week's theme is that the basics apply every day. It may be particularly important to focus on the basics when we first get into recovery from addiction or codependency. Remember, y'all, other people are not responsible for your happiness. If you're out there in life living and you think that someone else is responsible for your happiness, or you're making someone else responsible for your bad day, that is called codependence. And I've healed from this. That's why some of y'all really want to control me with food and money and gifts and things. And you don't do this to me. But some of y'all try to control me with food and money and all kinds of things. But because I healed like a decade ago from codependency, I can't be tracked by that. Try something else. You cannot make yourself so important to Dr. Flo that his life's going to fall apart. Dr. Flo doesn't put that level of trust in people because I'm not codependent on you to make me happy. And I really recommend that you wouldn't do that to me as well. I could die and you'll still need to stand on your own. But anyway, And for those of you who are dealing with codependency, there's a free 12-step program called Codependence Anonymous, CODA. I've also gone through that. Right now, I'm in Emotions Anonymous and Under Earners Anonymous. But as I build my academy and sing my concerts in plain sight, I'm going to disenroll from Under Earners Anonymous and just stick with my emotions. Because once I fix my emotions, everything else is going to follow suit. Anybody else? Amen? Once we fix our emotions, once we heal the internal, everything external, including the shmoney, is going to take care of itself. Shmello? It may be particularly important to focus on the basics when we first get into recovery from addiction or codependency. For recovering people like me, I'm healing emotionally. Some of y'all know that I'm a survivor of sexual assault, sexual violence, emotional abuse, physical abuse. I have been wounded. So I'm recovering in my emotions. You're not a bad person for being scared of your life because you've been harmed by people. I need to say that very clearly into the microphone today for those who have ears to hear. You're not a bad person for having legitimate fear in your life because life has been rough with you. I don't know who needs to hear that too. You're not a bad person for having that fear that we all have. The logics. There's a reason why you feel the pain you feel, and there's a reason why you're scared to leave the house. There's a reason why you're scared to go beyond the driveway. Don't let people fuck with you about this either. Because sometimes people will kind of try to nudge you and push you, and you're like, yo, you were not there when I was being violated. So you don't get to make a determination about how fast I move in my fear. This is very important to say on I Feel Day. We have unique traumas and violence in all of our past. I will help you through your fears and care for you and love you as a friend through your fears, but I'm not supposed to dictate to you how fast. I got to change even my language about the way I speak on these lives. Because sometimes I come across as like, fuck fear. It will eventually have to happen for you to manifest your dream, but that's not on a Dr. Flow timetable. That's you healing from your traumas and your dramas. It's very personal. Back to the script. For recovering people like me, the basics expand to include attending recovery meetings. Y'all are in a recovery meeting. The 90 of you, it was like 100 people. How many people have been in here today? 1,788. Good. So, y'all are in a recovery meeting. Gotcha. Surprise, 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 surprise. You're in a recovery meeting. Every time I'm live, whether I'm singing and crying, we're in an emotional recovery meeting. We are reparenting each other here. Some of us have some fucked up parents. Some of y'all are fucked up parents, but that's a different TED Talk. Some of us have fucked up parents. And so now we're in Telegram rooms and in late night Scrabble Discord rooms, parenting each other. Do y'all not see this? Do you not see how you are my mother and my father? Woo! And that is the work, y'all. We are leading each other home. Our parents, my mother and my father never told me every day that I'm loved and lovable. So Father Christmas Flow is telling you every day. And I, before bed, am being reminded over Scrabble tables. 2-letter, 3-word, 4-letter, 5-letter, 6-letter. I'm just sitting there. Some people are watching TV. Some people are doing other things, but we're just sitting there at the Scrabble table and the cloud, at the dinner table, reparenting each other. This is a recovery program. We are recovering all of the love that we did not receive. We are recovering all of the love that we did not afford ourselves. We are recovering all of the love that we pushed away because we were wounded and afraid. We are recovering. I gotta go. We are recovering. The basics expand to include attending recovery meetings and not taking the first drink, drug, or pill. In high times of stress, grief, loss, or change, applying the most basic of the basics may be the only thing we can do to survive. I want to encourage you to, just for today, recognize that the people in your life love you back and that you are loved and lovable. That's the basics for today. We got to close. Thank you for being here. It was 50 minutes of juicy. I need to blow my nose, and the production has stopped me, or they've asked me to stop blowing my nose into my clothes. And there's no tissue available. So thank y'all for being part of this network. This t-shirt's going to catch it. Thank you for being part of the network. Thank you for following the love. Thank you for coming every day. Every day, we have 16 programs right now that run in the cloud and are available in your phones. 16, 1-6, sweet 16. We got 16. I counted them. There may be one dupe, but I'm keeping it there because I want Waiting to Exhale and the Daily Boost to have their own shine. It's important that everyone gets their own shine. So there's one dupe, but there's 16 recurring events weekly. You don't always have to hear me anymore. There was a time here where every day when you showed up, you would have to hear my mouth yelling into the phone, boo. But my prayers were answered Christmas time last year, around Thanksgiving, when all the world was watching and not watching. Around Thanksgiving of last year, people started sending coffee to my house. People started sending light up suits to my house. People started sending me socks for my feet and hoodies from my back. People started saying things like, yo, Dr. Flo, we see you're emotionally spent doing this loved and lovable work. How do you feel about letting us take an hour or two? We see you ragged, we see you tired, we see you trying to fight the good fight while still being canceled and ignored by everybody. What if you let me get ignored one day by my family and friends too? And so on Sundays, Starlight Mystic Botanica and the King of My Heart, Poppy Water of the House of Mommy Watson, they lead Root Chakra Day. I come back on Mondays and Tuesdays with the Sacral Chakra and the Solar Plexus. Tara anchors us and grounds us in the middle of the week on Hump Day into our heart. Then Snacks brings his broy, gamey, cool brother energy. I can never pull off the kind of vibe that Snacks does. I shouldn't. It's not my vibe, it's his. But he plays video games and leads Throat Chakra Day and Heart Chakra Day. And then Saturdays are supposed to be my day off, but I usually sing a little concert of hope for the people because I don't believe that love actually takes a day off. I'm with Tara. Little rest breaks to refill your cup, sure, but days off? And of course, we're going to get a lot of mail to Helen saying, Dr. Flo says, work until you drop. Did not follow your bliss. But Poppy Water saw that I was having problems maintaining my emotional sobriety without days off. And so he commanded, as the King of My Heart, that Saturdays are days off. And Tara heard that and said, I will anchor daily boost for you on Saturdays so that you can rest or pretend to and sing songs and then go back to it. And so because of my community feeding me, I'm able to feed them. If you're wondering who I'm talking about, go to lovedandlovable.org, click on the button that says our community. And you'll see a full org chart. All the people. Me, Tara, Stacia, Snacks, Poppy, Starlight. The vacant positions that I got applications to work on today. The whole team. And membership. And under each, you can click each of their names, folks. I should go back to that. You can click each of their names. I had to bring back Love in Action Open House so I can explain the website through to people who may want to jump in. Under each person, y'all, Tara reports to me, and then people report to Tara. But under each person, you get a little profile of what they do here. Sorry. Look at that. Tara. Then you go back. Poppy Wata, his links, Associate Creative Director. Gotta put a bio there, Poppy Wata. Starlight Mystic. This is my beautiful garden. Anaya has been on this spiritual journey for 6 years and actively practicing for 5. She works with her ancestors and is a student of the infernal, specializing in love magic, money magic, and healing works. I know it works. She's healed my marriage too many times to count. Remote. The herbs got lost in the mail. Then they got here. Healing. She's in charge of our member services department, spiritual practice lead as well. Who else is here? A lot of snacks. Dungeon Master at Love in Action Network. Oh, can y'all see this? My bad. As a gaming leader, a lot of snacks not only guides members and players through the intricacies of the games and play, but fosters a sense of camaraderie and inclusivity in our community gaming tables. The gaming group has people in it that aren't even part of the other part of the network. With an arsenal of imaginative storytelling techniques, a lot of snacks encourages character development, making each player and member feel integral to the unfolding saga of their gaming participation, based in Decatur, Illinois, United States. Who did I miss? Oh, my Stacia. I don't think Stacia has a profile yet, but they have links to their link in bio there. Stacia is one of our community visionaries and advocates at wrong company, Love in Action Network. You can click and check out our event calendar. You can join our official membership where we email you every day, several times a day, keeping you informed about love. You can join our super chats and our Team Better super chat for two-way communication. We also announce every time we go live through our broadcast channel, recently branded by the House of Mommy Water. And we got an amazing newsletter. Look at this. Starlight, Tara, Starlight, me, Poppy Water, House of Mommy Water, Tara. Love in Action. Loved and lovable. I'm super grateful. And we've only just begun. So thank you so much, y'all, for every coin you've sent on Bigo. Thank you for every rose you've sent on TikTok. Thank you for the coffee and the kettles and the encouraging words and all of that. This has not been easy, but I embrace it because of the community that we're building here. I should also talk, y'all, because the producers will get mad if I don't. There's more here. You can go to the membership store and purchase our programs and master classes. You can join our program wait list. You can book with me 15-minute, 30-minute, and 45-minute paid consultations. You can do life coaching, vocal performance coaching, business coaching, spiritual coaching, dream coaching. You can enhance your vocal range with us. Surveys and resources. And the emotion wheels are at the bottom of the membership page. And then you can book with me there. For I am loved and lovable, and you are loved and lovable. You're a winner. Have a great day. I appreciate you for being here.